What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to Top 10 Videos. Today on the channel, what we'll actually be taking a look at is 10 of the most impressive houses in the world. These are some really interesting builds, and there's some absolutely incredible houses in this video that you guys won't even believe exist. They kind of do look make-believe, so you should definitely stay tuned. Just before we actually get into the houses, I'm going to ask that everyone watching right now would hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and turn on notifications for the channel. That would be incredibly appreciated. Once you've actually done those three things, then go down below into the comments section and leave a comment saying I subscribed, and we'll try to reply to as many comments as possible. Anyway guys, sit back, grab your popcorn, and enjoy the video. So the first house we're actually taking a look at is a beach house by Andhika Nugraha. Now, Andhika Nugraha is a young architect from Medan, Indonesia. He is very passionate about beauty, but in a very simple way. Simple, but not simplistic. The proportion between full and empty spaces and the directions given by volumetric bodies give the building a special refinement. Being a beachfront house, a large outdoor terrace with a view to the sea is priceless. Large windows invite all nature inside. The whole volume is vibrating. Wonderful. From that website description, you guys will be able to get a little bit more of an idea of what the house is actually like all around. Of course, you guys will actually be seeing images on screen. You can see on screen here, it's got sort of a rectangle type shape with like a glass kind of balcony, I guess you could say. It's sort of like fenced off with a glass trim, so that looks incredibly modern. Of course, then you have a few sliding doors, a few windows. It looks pretty neat. Moving on to the second house of today's video. This one is absolutely incredible. It's actually a beautiful private beach house by Ranger Studio. Now it says here the Casa Kimball by architect firm Ranger Studio is a unique and stunning modern rental villa located in Cabrera in the Dominican Republic. Completed in December 2008, Casa Kimball is a private beach house, getaway and luxury rental villa located on the north coast of the Dominican Republic. Completed in December 2008, Casa Kimball is a private beach house, getaway and luxury rental villa located on the north coast of the Dominican Republic. Just like the Villa Amanzi, Casa Kimball invites its lucky guests to an exceptional and truly exclusive private vacation experience. Casa Kimball can be booked for $3,000 to $5,000 per day, depending on the season. You guys will be able to tell from the prices there of having to pay $3,000 to $5,000 a day to rent it. That just shows the standard of this house and how fancy it actually is. You guys will be able to see from the images on screen, it actually has like a hot tub, a swimming pool type thing, and it's actually looking out over onto the sea, which is absolutely incredible. This is definitely everybody's dream house. The design and structure of this house is incredibly modern. I personally really do like it. You'd actually have to have a lot of money to live in here, because if it actually costs $3,000 to $5,000 to rent per day, how much would it not cost to live in there for an entire year? That would be absolutely crazy. So it's not your average Joe lives in this type of house. Moving on to the third house in today's video. Now this house is maybe a little less impressive than the last one. It's just not quite as fancy, but it's still pretty damn spectacular for different reasons. This one is actually a fabulous, minimalist, small resort house in Portugal. It actually says here, Casa area is pure nakedness and muteness. The platonic suggestion, a sea cottage with sandy floors, is a serene search for simplicity. Sandy ground and wooden frames are an apparently simple attempt at making the space a reciprocal relationship with the beach landscape. The design begins with the conditions of the materials according to their potential habitability. You guys will see from the photos and stuff on screen, the house indeed does look very, very cozy. It's sort of like wooden based with like a thatch roof, I believe that's what you actually call it, and then inside it just looks incredibly cozy. I would definitely like to be there for a while. It also has a swimming pool outside, which is incredibly attractive as well. I don't think I'd like to live in it, but as far as a holiday home goes, it would be pretty cool. Moving on to the fourth house of today's video. Now this one is incredibly modern looking. It looks like something that Simon Cowell would actually live in, I'm not gonna lie. Something you would see in the X Factors, judges' houses, that type of thing. This one is actually a private house called Calador, and it's in Mallorca by Flexo, or I can't say his second name. It says here, Barcelona-based Flexo has created this beautiful house architecture for a private home in the touristic seafront region of Calador, sits atop a dramatic slope and opens to beach views and a garden patio. This house is located in a coastal area and occupies a 1,000 meter square plot with a steep sloping from the road to the nice views, which do not match the best solar orientation. You guys will be able to tell from the images on the screen that this house is incredibly modern like the previous three. You guys will be able to see that there's actually an outdoor kitchen, which is absolutely mad. Like, if that's what houses are moving into, then what's the future not going to be like? It's going to be absolutely crazy. And they also actually have a balcony so they can look at their views and stuff. It's pretty cool. Moving on to the 5th house of today's video. This one, out of all the houses in today's video, is probably my favourite. It's incredibly cool. You guys will be able to see from images on screen and stuff. It's actually a luxury modern razor residence by Wallace E. Cunningham. It actually says here, this stunning home offers the boundaries of ordinary living and incredibly beautiful views of the ocean, open sky and natural landscape. This 11,000 square foot piece de residence showcases 4 bedrooms and 6 baths, fabulous 2-level guest house, and features private access to Black's Beach. Impeccable design, unparalleled quality, and paramount location make this property a true piece of art. When it was first put in the market in 2008, it was priced at a whopping $39 million, but by 2011 the price went down to $19.388 million. I don't even think I'm required to actually justify why this is my favourite house in the video. This thing is incredibly nice. It's kind of surrounded with water and it's got massive glass windows in the house, so that makes looking at the views a lot more easier. Honestly, the views are incredible, the shape of the house is incredible, the way it's surrounded by water is absolutely incredible. The house is incredible. Now on to the 6th house of today's video, and this one's actually a very nice one yet again. Really modern and actually has a swimming pool and stuff. It's really cool, and this one's actually called House by the Beach. Have you ever seen a home away from home? This well-appointed house has a cozy atmosphere and lets you be part of the nature life. The view from the living area is amazing with 180-degree vistas of fields and also lets you enjoy the view of the beach. Located not far away from the sea, this residence inspires peace, tranquility and an overall sunny feeling. Going by the images, the house is actually quite high up. It's actually overlooking a couple of roads and then the ocean. To me, that is absolutely perfect. And there's actually a swimming pool, so you can actually sit in your swimming pool while looking out over at the ocean and at the mountains. To me, that just sounds crazy. Then there's a little spa section in your house which does actually look incredibly cozy. Just lie up there, get a suntan, sleep, do whatever you gotta do. It would be awesome. Now on to the 7th house of today's video. Now this one is actually a wonderful Laguna Beach residence. Now it says here, incredible unobstructed ocean and Catalina views from almost every room. Amenities galore, private penthouse master bedroom and retreat with its own private ocean view deck, Snydero chef's kitchen with all the best meal appliances, quartzite and black granite countertops, etc. Amazing and one-of-a-kind stone fireplaces with fossilized and semi-precious stones, seagrass limestone floors and fossil stone walls. 2 family rooms, one next to the kitchen with fireplace and dining with ocean views, and an informal family room enjoyed close to the bedroom areas. Large entertaining decks off of the living areas with infinity pool and spa. Temperature controlled wine cellar with approximately 1,500 bottle capacity, and the garage capable of housing 7 cars plus extra off-street parking. I'm gonna be honest with you, I do like some parts of the house more than others. The little bit where there's actually stepping stones and you can actually see through a window out onto those stepping stones with like a waterfall kind of thing, it does look incredibly awesome. I really do like that. And at night time with the swimming pools and stuff out the front looking out, it actually does look really cool. One thing I do actually like is the daytime views. We're actually looking out onto a lot of lower class houses under the roofs and stuff. I'm not really too keen on that, but apart from that, the house is pretty damn sick. Now on to the 8th house of today's video. This again is another one of my personal favourites, and this is actually a Miami Beach residence by Louis Bosch. It says here, home builder Louis Bosch has sent us images of a house he recently built in Miami Beach, Florida. That's all it really says, but you guys will be able to see from the images here that it's incredibly modern, and it actually looks out onto the ocean. Some incredible views there, not gonna lie. It's got its own little swimming pool out the front. It's got a big massive balcony. It's incredibly modern. I'm definitely liking the way it looks. That wooden and white theme, definitely very attractive. You guys can see around the back there's like palm trees and like a nice garage door. It looks incredibly fancy, I'm not gonna lie, and it's definitely one of my favourites. Moving on to the 9th house of today's video, and this one actually goes by the name of Casa Atrevida, and it's actually a beautiful recreational house by Martin Delanto in Lima, Peru. It says here, a Costa Rican studio has designed the Casa Atrevida, a luxurious environmental friend. It says here, a Costa Rican studio has designed the Casa Atrevida, a luxurious environmentally friendly house. Casa Atrevida accommodates up to 10 guests and can be booked all year round from $2,100 to $3,500 per week depending on the season. Just looking at this house, I can see why it would cost that much to rent it out for the week. It looks absolutely incredible, and it's definitely very different from the other houses we've had in today's video. It's still exceptionally modern, but just not in the same way the other houses were. As far as living in this house actually goes, I don't think I'd want to be living in this thing all year round. It actually looks like it's situated in a rainforest type terrain, so I don't think I'd like to live in it all year, but for a week, I'd probably give it a go. Moving on to the 10th and final house of today's video. Now this one is actually a pretty beach house near Sydney, Australia. It actually says here, pretty beach house and an exclusive food lovers Hampton-esque with private beach house resort just outside of Sydney that takes the concept of weekend getaway to a new level. I personally think this house looks incredibly nice. On the outside it's got a really modern finish, and on the inside it does actually look incredibly cozy. As far as the outside goes, it's actually situated in a forest, and there's a swimming pool right on the edge of the house, so you could be lying up in the swimming pool and looking at the views. As far as living in it goes, I don't think I'd like living in it full time, but definitely for a couple of weeks or a month or so, I definitely think it would be incredibly cool. Anyway guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you go down below, smash that like button and smash that subscribe button. That would be absolutely amazing. Also let us know down below which one out of all these houses was your favourite. I already told you my personal favourites, so it's time to hear yours. Anyway guys, like, rate, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video I do. Adios.